हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप सब। एक्स कैलकुलस वेलकम्स यू हियर, जहां पे आपको सिखाया जाता है द कॉन्सेप्ट एंड द इजीएस्ट वेज टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स इन कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स लाइक जेई मेन, एडवांस्ड, स्टेट सीईटीज, वेस्ट बंगाल जॉइंट, एनडीए एंड अदर्स। मैं हूं आपका एडुकेटर राजीव। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं विदाउट गेटिंग फर्दर डिले।
Today we will be discussing on limit x tends to infinity. It may be positive infinity, negative infinity, but beforehand if you wish to learn how can we find limit using L'Hospital rule, you can follow that link. So now moving ahead, first we need to know what is an infinity. So defining an infinity is a tough job basically, because infinity we can't put in a number line, we can't count, we can't measure, we can't show anything like it is, look, this is an infinity, or this is like if you have a book, we can show, look, this is a structure of a book, this is a structure of elephant, this is a structure of a number like 2, we know, right? So but infinity, in case of infinity, we don't know how to express infinity. You can think it like that way. You are standing on your roof in your building and you are looking at the sky. So this is kind of a phenomena or example. Or the number line itself, if you extend it, it will go on till infinity. We can call it like that. Or in left hand side, it will go on till minus infinity. So this is how you used to define infinity here. For limit purpose, we can consider it like that. That infinity is a very, very big number. Very, very, very big number. It doesn't matter how many very you are writing. It will be bigger than you can think even. Like the biggest number you can think is, suppose for a LKG kid, it will be like 9, isn't it? But it can be 10 also. For a class 2-3 student, the biggest number he or she can think is like 9,000. So suppose if you are thinking like a billion, it may be more than that. So infinity is a much bigger number than we can think. So keeping this in our mind, let us just go on. So when we are saying x tends to infinity, we are considering it x is a large number, very, very, very large number, right? And if I say x tends to minus infinity, if I say x tends to minus infinity, then x is very, very, very large, but in the negative side. Large, but in negative side. So this is how we can think of infinity. Okay. Now keep this in mind. Move forward. Limit x tends to infinity. If I say x, now how will it be? So see, if x tends to infinity, that means x is going towards infinity. So simply it will be limit x tends to infinity, infinity, which will be none other than infinity. So that would be answer. Let us just analyze it with graph also. X-axis, y-axis. If we wish to draw the graph of y equals to x, the graph will look like this exactly, right? This will be the graph. Okay, now see what's happening. We have certain values we can put here, like 1, like 2, like 3, but where to stop? This axis never stops, right? And this axis never stops. The axis never stop, so it will go on till infinity here, positive side, and in negative side also it will go on till minus infinity. As x-axis goes on, the curve itself goes on like that. It goes on and it goes on. So as x increases, y equals to the curve is also going on. So that is how it will go where? Till where it will go? It will go till infinity again. Now in negative side, if we say, like if we have given this one also, limit x tends to minus infinity x, then answer will be what? Minus infinity. Graphically we can easily represent this one, right? Minus infinity, x goes towards minus infinity like this way, and this line goes towards minus infinity in the negative side, like that way it will go on and go on. So that is how we can explain it graphically. Similarly, if we go to find limit x tends to infinity, suppose 3x, so what will it happen? Similarly, if x tends to infinity, 3 into a very big number will be the bigger one, isn't it? So in that concept again it will be infinity. The reason is same if we see it by the graphical way again. So this is x-axis, y-axis, and the line 3x will be none other than the previous one, but just the slope will be different. So this will be the graph y equals to 3x. So again you see the x goes on towards infinity. The curve will go on there and there and there. It is going on towards infinity. Again in case of minus infinity, if x goes on till minus infinity, the curve will go on and go on and go on till minus infinity. So here again we can write limit x tends to minus infinity, 3x will be minus infinity. Fine. Moving forward to a quadratic one, let's just increase the power of x like we have done there linear. Now we'll do for quadratic. So suppose we are doing limit x tends to infinity x square. What will happen? Now x tends to infinity, x is a very large number. So x square, the square of a large number will be larger one. So this will be again infinity. So let us just draw by graphically again. So if we have graph like that, and we all can draw the graph of x square. So the graph of x square will look like that. This is the graph of x square, y equals to x square, which is none other than a parabola. Now again see, if x tends to infinity, but x goes till infinity, then this curve, this wing is go on till infinity. Now it is above the x-axis to infinity. Now see, this is interesting one. When x goes on till minus infinity, it is going on towards minus infinity, then also the curve is going till there. As it is above x-axis, that means it is going on towards positive infinity. So here again we can write limit x tends to minus infinity x square is none other than positive infinity. Even we know that square quantity makes a positive number of any number, right? So that's in that logic also, if we have a very big number with a negativity and if we square that one, so the number will be the bigger one, but it will be positive. So moving forward, let us just go with x cube. What will happen in case of x cube? Limit x tends to infinity x cube. So infinity we have, that means a very big number, and we are doing the cube. Exponent is 3. So that means the number will get bigger. So this will be again infinity. Let us just try understanding this with a graph. We all are familiar with the graph of x cube. So the graph of x cube looks like that. So this is y equals to x cube. Now what happens? See, when x is moving towards infinity, the curve is going on and on and on. So it is going on towards infinity. Now what in case of negative infinity? As x is going towards negative infinity, the curve is going down and down and down. That means it is going towards minus infinity. So from there we can write limit x tends to minus infinity x cube is none other than minus infinity. So that is how we can do for a polynomial cases. These are polynomial, right? Let's just do one more example on polynomial, then we'll move forward to the rational functions. So what will happen? Simple. Limit x tends to infinity x square minus 2x plus 3. Look, if we put here, that will be infinity minus infinity plus 3. The overall will be infinity. Same condition if we apply, so limit x tends to minus infinity x square minus 2x plus 3. So what will happen in that case? Minus infinity, and for x square it will be positive infinity. This will lead us to positive infinity and all overall infinity. So that is how we can do limit x tends to infinity in case of polynomial. Well, now moving forward to some rational numbers like limit x tends to infinity 1 by x. What will happen in this case? So see, we have a very big number. Like if we do, let us just go with examples. If we do 1 by 2, this is 0.5. If we do 1 by 20, this is 0.05. If we do 1 by 2000, this will be 0.0005. What if we do 1 by like that? So this will be 0.0005. So you see, when the denominator increases, the result is more tending to 0, isn't it? The number is more tending to 0. So if x tends to infinity, 1 by x will be like 1 by infinity. So when we are doing x tends to infinity on 1 by x, and x tends to infinity means it is a very, very big number. So 1 by a bigger number will be 0. So in that case, we can write it like that. Similarly, if we try understanding this one with the help of a graph, so this is x-axis and y-axis. The graph looks like of 1 by x in one quadrant, it looks like that. So you see, x tends to infinity there, x is approaches towards infinity and go on and go on. So the curve here is going on trying to meet the x-axis, but it will never meet. That means 1 by x is tending to 0. That will not exactly be 0, but it will tending to 0. So limiting value we can consider as 0. Similarly, if we go on doing that, limit x tends to infinity 1 by x square. Now see, we have a large number, square, it will make it larger, and 1 divided by a very large number will be 0 again. So that is how we can proceed. Now moving forward to the rational form, limit x tends to infinity fx by gx. Now while we have this one, fx will be a polynomial, gx will be polynomial, and this overall quantity is rational, right? This is a polynomial and this is a polynomial too. When we have polynomial, we have degree. We'll get 3 types of these problems based on degree. The first one we will discuss now, when degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator. So let us just see how we can do that. For that one, we are taking an example. We'll go with a problem so that we can understand properly. Limit x tends to infinity 2x square plus 3x minus 2 whole divided by x square plus x minus 1. Now if we see, if we put infinity there, it will, as per the polynomial we have just learned, it will be infinity, and in denominator also it is infinity. This is infinity by infinity form. So what we'll do further, you can see the degree of numerator is what? Degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is also 2. So moving ahead, what we will do, we'll divide it the degree contained term. That means 2x square plus 3x minus 2 whole divided by x square. As the degree is 2, we will divide by x square. Numerator and denominator both. Now if division occurs, it will happen like 2 plus 3 by x minus 2 by x square whole divided by 1 plus 1 by x minus 1 by x square. Now as limit x tends to infinity, they will proceed to 0. We have just learned that one. They will proceed to 0, and finally we will reach to our answer, which is 2 by 1, which is 2. This is one kind. Moving forward to the second kind of this type of problems, where degree of numerator will be more than degree of denominator. So let us just see how we can do this one. For that, we are taking an example. Limit x tends to infinity. As degree of numerator has to be more, so we are considering a cubic on numerator, and denominator I am considering as a quadratic. Okay, again if we put x equals to infinity, we have just learned the polynomial form of finding limit. So it is infinity by infinity form again. Okay, why we are finding this one is important. We will come on that later. Now see, degree of numerator is none other than 3. Degree of denominator is none other than 2. So degree of numerator is more than degree of denominator. Now in this case, again we will divide the numerator and denominator both by the degree contained term, and which is x cube. So limit x tends to infinity 2x cube plus 5x square minus 3x plus 5 whole divided by x cube whole divided by 3x square plus 7x minus 9 whole divided by x cube. So now let's just do the manipulation. So it will happen limit x tends to infinity 2 plus 5 by x minus 3 by x square plus 5 by x cube whole divided by 3 by x plus 7 by x square minus 9 by x cube. Now see, we have just learned, this will tend to 0, this will tend to 0, this and all of them will tend to 0. So for the finally we are getting is 2 divided by 0, which is none other than infinity. So this is our answer. Now moving ahead to the third kind of this type of problems, where we will consider degree of numerator will be less than degree of denominator. So again we are going on with an example. So limit x tends to infinity, we are considering it like 2x plus 1 whole divided by 5x square minus 7x plus 3. So here see, if we put it here, then again it is coming infinity by infinity form. So now numerator degree, so now degree of numerator is none other than 1 and numerator and degree of denominator is none other than 2. So easily we can recognize that the degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. So what will happen in that case, we will again divide the whole thing or numerator and denominator by the degree contained term, which is none other than x square by x square whole divided by 5x square minus 7x plus 3 whole divided by x square. Now if we manipulate little bit, it will come x tends to infinity 2 by x plus 1 by x square whole divided by 5 minus 7 by x plus 3 by x square. Now as we have learned, this will tend to 0, this will tend to 0, this will tend to 0 and this will tend to 0. So final outcome is none other than 0 by 5, which is 0. Now it is time to summarize all of those things. So if we draw a chart like that and we are naming that column as degree comparison, and here the value will come. Now first case we have done, it is degree of numerator is equal to, I am writing it simple n, equals to degree of denominator. So then the value will be ratio of the coefficients of the leading term. Leading term means the term which defines the degree of that polynomial, that term is called leading term. Now if the degree of numerator is more than denominator, so in that case answer is infinity. And if degree of numerator is less than denominator, then the answer is 0. And for each and every case, mind it, the function, the limit we are finding is in that form, limit x tends to infinity fx by gx. Then only we can do this one. Okay, so this kind of chart you can remember, and all the time if you get to see the question and you can answer in just 2 seconds. So I hope this lesson is clear to all of you. This portion is very much important as question comes from this concept where you can solve problems in just 2 seconds if you know these tricks. Like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel X Calculus, and you can join me in Instagram also.